Hello. So, if this is your first time to create an account, you might have received an account from the one who invited you about this connector. So you will have to create type in your username and, for example, your email address. And then, of course, your password. And then you would click, I'm not a robot, and then you click register. Once you're registered, you should be able to log in from the system, like this one. Maybe we could try to use this one. So this one is an active user. Definitely you would need your token. And of course your payment will be based on the um so once you have this API token, um hello. So once you have this API token, you will be able to use this for your configuration later on. So if you haven't downloaded uh, the, the tool yet, you could download it from our download section by clicking this blue button and then you click that one. So this will be the connector. So this connector, you will unzip it and set it up with your machine. So for example, this is your downloaded file and you would like to deploy it. You could place it any of your folder. For example, I have this a testing folder or maybe the TW uh, Trading View connector. So I have it here. So I paste it, for example, and you have to click and right click. So you're using Windows, you could extract that. Maybe extract it there. So once you press extract, it will extract the content. So it's a ton of file that's around 300 megabytes of data. And from here, you would do a lot of configurations that I'll be showing you. So let's first work our way with this setup. So this is the uh, extraction. So you have to wait for that. So once that we have extracted that, we have to open our MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5. And from here, you would click Open Data Folder. When you click Open Data Folder, you will see this origin.txt. You have to double click that and you have to copy the data from here. So what I would suggest for you is you copy this data and you create a new notepad. So let's say I would open a new notepad. So from here, I have a blank notepad. As you can see, it's untitled. Then I could paste that one. So from here, we need to append a value. Let me change the keyboard. Terminal 64.exe. And as you can see, the slashes, you have to replace it with the inverted one, like this one. Once this is ready, you will be able to perform your configuration. So you have to have this ready. So this one for your MetaTrader 5. If you have what we call NinjaTrader, so in my example, usually NinjaTrader is located at Documents, NinjaTrader 8, and you will have these folders incoming. So you have to copy this and also the outgoing. Let me copy that again. Okay, outgoing folder. But for my case, for my setup, I am using a different kind of system because I'm a developer. So in my example, here is the location of my sandbox. As you can see, I have let me check that one. I have this, for example, this is my NinjaTrader location. So this is my incoming folder, and I have this outgoing folder. For this one, if you are, this is for NinjaTrader 8. And this is for Tr Trader 5. This one has a separate information that you need, and I will show you the suffix. The suffix will be dependent on which trading instrument you are trading. So you have to configure it somewhat. You have to observe the messages that you will be receiving here. So for this one, I'm checking if I have any uh, like this one. So I could press F2 and then capture. Let's say this one MES. So I could capture that one. So for the instrument MES, I have this Globex SIM 101 that position.txt. So I have to take note of that if I'll be trading MES and also if I'll be trading MCL. So for example, I just to simplify the example for NinjaTrader, for NinjaTrader, I'll use MES. So let's go back to our tool for the preparation of the config file. So here, when you go here, you will find an MT501 config. This is a text file, and for you, this will look strange. So in order for you to edit it easily, you could use this MT5 config editor. Once you load it, it will load this window. As you can see, we have here the MetaTrader path. So this is what you have, for example. So you will have to update this one with this value and should be set to false. This one are not implemented yet, the start hour and end hour, so you could ignore that. This is your lot size or volume size. Let me check first. These your credentials. This one is not yet used. These three fields, but this one are used for the strategy. The start hour and end are not yet used, but this one are used for the size. This is for the MetaTrader 5 settings, 0.01. These will be the default settings. For example, my symbol to be traded for MetaTrader 5 is Bitcoin, and I want it. This one is you just keep it as it is for M5. And this one you could set to false, capital F and capital T if true, so that when your strategy exits, it would exit the strategy. And here is the NT8. So as you can see here, for example, it's now MES December 24. So I would get that MES as December 24. And of course, your account number. So let's check what we have here. For example, I have an account number like this. So I would capture it, this ID from your prop firm, and I could encode it here. And then this one is optional. It's not optional, but you have to keep it as it is for now. And as you can see here, the incoming directory, uh, I'll just show you the last line of this. Yeah, as you can see there. So that's an incoming and also the outgoing as what we have noted here. Um, for this one, make sure that you have this slash at the end. So in this one, you have to reverse the symbols. This one, so you have to do it on this one. And as you can see, there is the file suffix. So for example, if you're trading MES, you will have to use the file suffix globex without space because the system will automatically add your space. And of course, you have to create your ATM strategy. For example, this ATM strategy, I'll show you the settings that I have here. My ATI strategy should be named if you create your ATI strategy on NinjaTrader. So this one is one contract. And the SL is 14 ticks. And the TP is 28 ticks. So that's the settings that I'm using. Then you have to save it exactly what you name your ATM strategy. And of course, your contract size called as size here. And down below, you have to have an account at Ngrok. So where do you get that Ngrok thing? So you have to open Ngrok. For example, I'll open Ngrok here. So ngrok.com or IO. So once you are here, for example, you have a Ngrok account. Tradewiz at, for example, this is the Ngrok. Let me find my password first. So for example, for example, where do you get that API key? So we will be getting that from a certain area in the Ngrok. So it's asking me to for that one. So once I'm in, I could get the auth token here, clicking this one. And as you can see, there's an I button here. You could see that one, or you could click copy. So once you click this copy button, you will paste it on your, let's say, this is your ngrok. It's just an example because I won't be sharing my API. Example, this is your API. Example ABC 1, 2, 3. So this is your API, for example. And then from there, you have to update. So here, you would update it, this one. And this one you should keep as it is. And the other one, the ngrok key is the only thing that you have to change. And from here, you could keep it as same with this subs API. As long as you haven't announced any changes, you have to keep it as it is. And of course, you have to have your email address. Example, let me, yeah. So for example, we have john3 at gmail.com should be the exact email that you have. And of course, your API token, let's say, so for example, this is your API token that you could capture from the dashboard, and you click Save Changes. And you say yes, and of course, configuration will be changed. And click Undo. It's already saved, so you can no longer undo because these are the saved properties for this one. Okay, so when you go back here on your file, you would see that this is your updated settings. You can see the input those values, and you also have the terminal 54 and of course the settings and casting and something file name, and of course, yeah, you have all these details. Take note that if you're using the editor, it automatically backups your previous config. So get lost if you want to revert to your previous set files, it will create this backup file. So once these are ready, when I will show you what are output from this one. Okay, for a while. Once that you have your web running, we will have something like this. And then you could copy that one. Now that we have copied the URL, for example, this is the URL. Example, this is your URL. And this is the webhook if this is for your MT5, and for the NT8 or trader, you have to add NT8 here. So this will be for your uh, trader 8. This is your web. And for this will be your webhook for MT5 webhook. So now that you have these two webhooks, you will now be able to configure your trading view. So the steps you need to follow when running is you have to first perform the MT5 config editor. So change your configs. And then step 2, you have to run ngrok.exe. And number 3 is you have to run API connector. That X. So that's the process of after changing your files, you close this one. Then you run this. Step 2. And then step 3, your connector. So now that you have this setting, I'll show you an example how to configure a webhook. So, for example, this is chart. You set up your chart. Set it to 5 minutes for this example, and in the pre fine code, you will paste it here and then you save it. So once it's saved, you will click it add to chart, or for this example, I'll show you how to add it. I'll save the setting. So for example, uh, you already saved the free strategy, so that this one is the strategy that comes from setup. Once you have this one, this for example your strategy. So this uh forex. So I would set it to USD and 1,000. If you're using futures, you set it to contracts, then that would be one contract, and it should be maybe $50,000. Okay. So for this one, I'm setting it up for Forex, and then the settings, you could see the settings from the source code that we provide. You see it here. You will see the settings from here, or depending on your strategy, you could request for that strategy. Depending on your strategy or your optimized settings, you have to encode it. So for example, if you have already encoded your settings, then optimized one, you have the and you would create your alert. So for example, this is the code, and I set it up to 5 minutes on a Heikan Ashi chart. And these are the settings that was saved. I could name it. For example, I want to transmit it to MT5. And this is the example setting. So I'll just take note of it. So this example for MT5. So as you can see here with this example, it says what is the symbol. The strategy action, this one, if your strategy is giving one signal for buy and sell, so you have to create two separate alerts, one with the buy direction and the other one should be the sell direction. And as you can see, you could set the SL or the stop loss here with this parameter and the take profit. Or you could use the one from the config. As you can see here, there is a stop loss and a take profit, and there's also a default symbol for MT5 set. So this is for MT5, and I will have you an example for NT8. So let's see. Okay. So you also have to put your notification here, which is the URL that you save. So as you can see here, if it is Ninja MetaTrader 5, there's no /NT8 here. So I'll be giving you an example for the NinjaTrader 8. So for the NinjaTrader 8, this is what you will have. Let me show you one. Let me close this one and go to one of these. So this one is using one of the alerts that they have, TI. So you need to click that one. As you can see here, I set the file suffix. This is optional. We'll get the settings for the file. And as you can see, I have the volume or the number of contracts. I have the symbol name and the action, either buy or sell or strategy action. And of course, you have the webhook URL and set to NT8. Take note that webhook cannot be configured if your account is not enabled to two-factor authentication. So you have to enable your TradingView with two-factor authentication. So any changes you made here, you have to save. Also have it descriptive name here. Click save, and you will see all your alerts is the one. And you can see there is a button here for stopping and pausing. Once you see it's active, then your alert is active. Sometimes it will show expired. When it shows expired, you just have to click edit and you could change the expiration date here. As you can see there. So I'll just have to take note of these settings. So for example, that one. And same as if your strategy is single direction, you have to create two separate alerts for that one for the buy and one for the sell. And to remind you, this is the NinjaTrader 8 is still dependent on the strategy opposite trade close. It's still using this logic for its opposite trade close, right? That's it. And that's how the settings and the working setup. As you can see, one is already trading from the alerts here on this one, and it's now being able to send it here, and the other signals will also collect this one for the gold, able to send the trade here. And I just have a trade copier because I want to put it on another account like this one. So, example, the Japanese yen is being traded automatically with another. So that's how it works. That's how I set up the setting. Thank you.